Hey guys, we're back with our real estate segment for the month of March.
It is March and it is
Ooh,
nice.
It's feeling nice out today. Spring is coming, but what does that mean for the market? What's it doing right now?
The market is inching up. We have about double the inventory that we had a year ago. Rates are still 6, 7, and 8% depending on circumstances, but it is moving along and people are starting to do some new stuff. There's some great buys out there with new construction. So we've seen some really good stuff out there with new construction. There is stuff on the ground from 22 and 23. So you're getting some good discounts. Example, there was one in Gray Oaks that was in the 560s and now it is priced in the 490s.
Oh, wow.
So you're seeing new construction drop 50, 60, 70, even $100,000 on new construction out there.
So there are some deals to be had out there. And we talked last month and you said that inventory had almost doubled, right?
It's doubled from a year ago. So you're seeing lots of opportunities out there. Most of the stuff is a lot of new products. We do have some weird stuff out there in our emails that we're getting on new construction. But just be careful to make sure you use somebody. If you want somebody that knows the business, been renovating, building, and in the business for over 20, 25 years, this is what you do when you call us, because you'll get the scoop on this stuff.
And we've talked about this before, but I feel like it's just with the market being kind of as odd as it is right now, and it's just a little different, you're seeing it a lot more. Can you talk us through some of the things that you are noticing? Yeah,
we're seeing a lot of new and part-time agents, and especially agents that are not, I don't know if they're seasoned or if they just don't know what's going on, but we have agents trying to advertise property for acreage, year built, and square footage. We've got one in Weatherly that was 3.5 acres. It's actually 2.7. We've got one that we talked about that sold in Gray Oaks. It was 2014. It was built, it was a 2014. They advertised and sold it to some suckers as a 2016. So it's crazy. Square footage, we've had some that are trying to sell for $70 a square foot, saying they have over 7,000 square feet. It's actually about 6,000. So some crazy stuff out there.
Stuff that would be probably difficult to catch if you're just going through Zillow and things like that.
You can't catch it because they're deceiving the public by advertising it as is. And we check the history, we check the deed, we check the square footage, we check the data, we check several different sites, satellite sites, tax record sites, MLS data sites. There's lots of things out there. There's one in Chelsea that was 5,000 square feet. It's actually 4,200 square feet. This one was a model home in Helena in 2004. The agent who actually called me and said, hey, I think is it a 2004 or 2006? And I said, hey, it's a 2004. We were in it. It was a model home when I was with another company. And she goes, well, I saw somewhere where it said 2006 because we're gonna go with that. So be careful. There are tons of agents who will go out there and they will fudge the numbers. If you give them the opportunity to fudge the numbers on square footage or acreage, they will fudge the numbers. It is illegal. It is bad. Here's one that was not a 2024. It was obviously built in 2023. They say it was a 2024. There's a model home around here in Alabaster that was built in 2022, and they're saying it's 2024 because they're trying to sell it now. So there's lots of deception out there. Please be careful. Make sure you give us a call about data and anything you need as an expert in the business.
And that's what we have discussed, and what we try to get across every month is that you have seen it. Most all, you've been in these homes, you are aware of what's happening, and you know the right thing to do.
We got the stuff with over 25 years of being in the business. We're seeing a lot of trends also right now with colors. So be careful about dark colors in the Southeast, and especially in Alabama. We're in one place that they're talking about fencing and siding and decking, and we're seeing paint go from the neutrals to maybe, or even the whites that we had a lot of people do, to painting their houses brown, black, and deep navy. If you do that in Alabama, you'll regret it in probably a year or two.
Tell me why though.
Here's a fence that is about 4 years old. This fence has been cooked because they painted it and stained it deep brown. You can see splitting and cracking in the post. You see warps. You see stuff that they're having to go back and redo. So we're gonna restain this and get this family connected and better improved, because their boards have gone and just cracked all over the place. And their posts have cracked. And so you'll see that. Now there's a couple houses out there, you're seeing builders go out there and they'll paint them black, they'll paint them brown, and they'll paint them deep navy. It's gonna ruin your house. It'll ruin your siding. It'll ruin everything about your windows, your trim. And I wouldn't advise it, because in about 2 or 3 years, You're going to see cracking, warping, and all that. We've even seen vinyl warp because of the colors and burn and melt because of that in the Southeast and in Alabama. So be careful about the colors out there and some of the stuff that you're seeing on products and new construction.
Not something I would have thought about, especially when we are seeing that the black as being a trend color right now, but doing some damage to your home, not worth the trend, right?
No, it's not worth the trend, guys. So just be careful with that. Watch your colors. Do not put dark colors on your exterior products, especially on decking. We'll talk about that next month. If you walk on a brown deck, you're going to get burned. So be careful with that. We also want to congratulate these families who have recently used us in the past several weeks and months. Congratulations to these families. You've saved thousands. You've used us. We want to congratulate our students of the week. And congratulations to those teachers and students for helping keep the funds back in their community, back in their schools. So we're here to help serve you. If you need us for buying, building, selling, renovating, or sponsoring your team and your kids and your teachers, you give us a call at 205-305-8756. Go to timmitchellsales.com and hit us up on Facebook.